Here's some quick tips on what to look for when you're searching for a permaculture landscape designer. Hi there, I'm Hamish O'Brien, CEO and founder of PIG. We design, consult and teach for regenerative projects. We rejuvenate the earth and bring you abundance. We consult, teach and design for all sorts of projects like eco-communities and self-sufficient homesteads and much more. If you would like to learn more about us and our services, then please feel free to click our website link. I hope this content is enjoyable for you and I hope you get something out of it. Have a great day. So my first one would be qualifications and experience. So make sure that they have the relevant qualifications and experience that they need for permaculture design. So the first one that I would say is that they've done a permaculture design certificate, a PDC. That is it's across the board a permaculture certificate. Once you've done that, it's still quite a way to go until you really do become a permaculture designer. You still have to gain a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge, because it gives you a lot. But then you kind of need to ground that experience, you need to build off that experience, the knowledge that you've learned from that. So that's the first thing that I would say. Also, any type of gardening qualification, level 2 in horticulture, for example, level 3 in horticulture, RHS certificates is really valuable as well. It's not the be all and end all though, because these qualifications don't specifically train you on holistic methods of growing, so they are very much aimed at how the garden looks and how to keep it growing from a kind of traditional perspective, I would call it. It's quite a blanket statement, but there you go. I'm not going to go any more into that right now. So the next thing I would say is knowledge and information of your site. So a permaculture designer, somebody who's not on your site, needs to be introduced to your site, and they need to understand what your soil health is, what your climate is like, what type of plants would best suit that, and of course they would come to that conclusion. They would come to the conclusion of what best plants are to put in your landscape from understanding your landscape first. So I would say that they need some sort of understanding of how to access that information as well, because it's not 100% necessary that you need to be on the land. We create many designs where we haven't actually seen the land. So we create designs for people all around the world, and we don't always go to see the landscape because it's just not efficient. And also our clients maybe don't have the money to pay for our flights or etc. to go over there. And also it's not entirely sustainable to do that. So we try and avoid that. So there is ways to do that. And the permaculture designer should have the knowledge and the expertise and the technology to be able to access that information. Because once you know the information about your land, then it's much easier to design, to create a design that's going to be effective for your landscape, because it's specific to your landscape. The next tip I would give you is make sure they have a holistic approach. So you want a permaculture designer that is going to bring abundance to your land and resilience, and in a way that is not going to harm your landscape. You're not paying them to harm your landscape. In permaculture, we don't use harmful chemicals. We don't use harmful techniques because we want to heal our land. We want to look after our land. And the reason we want to do that is because we want the land to look after us, of course. Whether that's just if we want a garden that looks nice, or whether we want a self-sufficient paradise. You know, we want the garden to look after us, the landscape to look after us. So we don't want to harm the landscape. So just make sure they have a holistic approach to nature. My next tip would be to just delve into their client reviews and their portfolio. This is quite an obvious one. It's what you would do of any business. So just take that logical approach and don't always listen to what they say, and actually get some solid reviews and evidence of what they've actually done in their past. And that will really build up that trust, hopefully, with them. So my final tip would be look out for the consultation process. So the consultation process is where the client is able to discuss their needs. And you really want a permaculture designer who listens to you, listens to your needs and your intentions and what you do or don't want, things relevant about the lands, things specific to the land, like where you want to put things. The bottom line is they should be a good communicator and a good listener so that you get your design that you want out of this. But also a permaculture designer should be an expert in their field. So they should also offer suggestions and advice that are going to help your landscape become abundant and become resilient and become inevitably the landscape that you desire it to be. That's all the tips I have for you today. I really hope you got some benefit out of this. If you did want a permaculture design, then that's what we do. We do it day in and day out, and we're more than happy to speak to you. So just click onto our website and have a look through our reviews, portfolio, and just send us a message and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Have a great day.